Hey, what's going on, bulls and ghouls? I'm Chain Smoking Mike. And today I want to talk about something that's pretty personal to me. A lot of you are likely wondering, why the hell am I even in Russia? And I feel like I need to discuss about this. There's a lot of reasons, and I will go over them in each reason that's very personal to me in key detail. For one, compared to Russia, America is a sinking ship when it comes to morals. For example, in America, you tend to see all this crazy propaganda with like the race baiting, with the LGBT propaganda, and the transgender movement. All of these are very toxic to the human character. And I am not in the mood to dealing with this bullshit. And I have extremely negative views on all of these things. I think they don't deserve to exist, that they're extremely toxic, and they are counterproductive to the human condition. That's one reason. Another reason is I have a lot of supportive family here compared to the United States. I have an uncle based in the United States, but he is a little too liberal for my comfort, and he is very egotistical and arrogant and very Americanized. He has like no concept of his ancestry and race, and to me I take extreme offense to that. All right, those are two reasons. The third reason is American culture is just not the best culture. Because most Americans, like common Americans, they live only to work their asses off. And then with the money they earn, they consume. If you ask me, that's a recipe for disaster. Because family is important too. Because that's the foundation of who you are as a person. And to ignore this basic principle is a recipe for disaster. Why do you think there's so many Americans that are fat, for example? Or why is it that there are so many Americans that are so distant with each other? It's because they have to work their asses off in the rat race, and the only way that they can alleviate their stress and their what is it called? And their burnout is to essentially consume. Be it food, new clothing, stuff like this. And this is all well and good in theory, but the more you do it, the more disillusioned you will become. You need to spend time with those that care about you, that love you. And that's another reason why I came to Russia. Because unlike in America, Russians live to work. They don't work to live, if that makes sense. In America, people there need to work a lot just to survive, right? In Russia, we also need to work. Don't get me wrong, but we work to live decently. We don't work for the sake of just surviving, if you will. Sure, there are some jobs and some echelons of society in Russia that have the same rat race kind of mindset. But overall, like, Russians don't have to bust their asses off just to live modestly or decently. So that's another reason that why I came to Russia. And the fourth reason is the standard of living here is so much more reasonable compared to the United States. Like, for example, liter of gas here is about 40 rubles to the liter. And it's about 4 liters per gallon, I believe. Maybe 5. I don't remember. And in most states of the United States, it's $4. There's some exceptions like California with their stupid liberal governor and shit. wanting $7 to the gallon, which I think is just stupid. But when you do the conversion for a gallon of gas in Russia, right, it's about 40 to 50 rubles per liter. So if you do 50 rubles maximum for 4 liters, that's about 200 rubles, right? When you do the conversion into American dollars, that's about $2 per gallon. I don't know about you, but if you like to drive a lot and have a car, come to Russia. We will more than happy take you up in open arms. All right, that's another reason. And Russian culture and like respect to like soldiers and like just people who work is much more like stronger than in America. In America, if you like served in the military, there isn't really that much appreciation for this. Except maybe if you live down in Oklahoma or down south, then that's a slightly different story. But overall, in most big cities or like in most areas of the United States, there isn't a appreciation towards its military. And I don't like that. Because if you put your life onto the line, right, serving your country, then you should be treated like a king. In Russia, there's a lot of military monuments in pretty much every city, right? Like in where I live in Yaroslavl, not too far where I live actually. There's a monument, kind of like how would I say, like an obelisk, like a Washington Monument kind of style monument, right? And it commemorates the Soviet soldiers that fought and died during World War II. If you ask me, that is quite noble and is worthy of my respect. And also, Russia, unlike America, they have a draft for every male. If they don't like go to college, they have to serve in the military for a year. And if you ask me, this is pretty good because it makes a boy into a man. Even though I didn't serve that much, I did have a stint in the Army back in 2018 because I wanted to, man up a little bit. And even though it didn't work out for me, I still am proud for having the balls to serve in the military, the U.S. Army at the time. And the last reason that I moved to Russia is, in America, if you are proud of your heritage, especially if you're European, there's a lot of people out there that will claim that you are some kind of extremist or white supremacist. I am none of those things. I'm simply proud of my ancestry, and I want to continue this. I don't see you cussing out the black man saying that he's an extremist if he wants to date a black woman, or same deal with the Asian if they want to continue their heritage. Why can't I continue my heritage just because of the color of my skin? What kind of bullshit is this? So that's another reason why I moved to Russia, because I want to associate myself with people of the same bloodline or ethnicity as I am, and maybe in the future I might find a girlfriend and start my own family myself. I think Russia is the best place to do this particular endeavor, because let's just say in America, either A, you're going to become corrupted by the woke liberal mind virus, or even if that doesn't necessarily corrupt you, you're going to have to bust your balls off just to survive, and that is a death sentence to me. So there. All right. So far, that is all the reasons I can contrive out of my head. If you have any questions about other reasons that I didn't think through, feel free to type them in the comments section, and I will do my best to answer them. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm Chain Smoking Mike, signing off. Rock and roll, and take care. Thank you for taking your time watching my expose.